Good morning, Yankee family. What's cooking? What's going on with everyone this morning on a beautiful morning here in New York City? And it could get even better with the Yankees winning a little bit later on. There's a lot going on today. You have the Yankees, you have the Mets fighting for that last wild card. You have all the other teams doing something. The Mariners are still in it. Cleveland Indians are pushing. There's a lot going on, everyone. Plus, you have the NFL today, which, speaking of the NFL, at around 9:30 today, we're going to have former All-Star O.J. Mcduffie here, who played his entire career with the Miami Dolphins. So he's nice enough to step in and be with us for a little while here on Mania Talk. And but right now, also, the guy that actually brought us O.J. Mcduffie and a lot of other guests is waiting in the wings as he prepares to go to the Yogi Berra Museum today. And maybe he'll have a surprise for us because we do have a 1 p.m. Added pregame show. And hopefully between Nitin and George from Swinging from the Fences, they may come on live from there, and you never know what you're going to see. A lot of people are going to be there, but we're going to bring up Nitin now to say good morning and talk a little bit. So here we go. Let's bring him up.
Good morning,
there
everyone.
He is, the master, the master blaster. How you doing?
How you doing? Good morning. What's up, everyone in the chat?
Good morning.
Shout out to
How's
everyone.
it going? So tell us the day you have planned, Nitin. Let everybody know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But first, shout out to everyone in the chat. Good morning. What's up, Joe? And guys, everyone, get your questions ready for O.J. Mcduffie. It's gonna be a good show. He's great. He's great to work with, and please, everyone, get your questions ready. But yeah, good morning. We have a big day today at the Montclair University with my good friend Lindsay Berra, who we brought on this show too. We'll be at Montclair University at the Yogi Berra Museum, where we're going to attempt the World Guinness record of the biggest catch ever on the field. So there's going to be tons of people there. Please come out, show support for Lindsay. She's trying to do a great thing over here. And some stars are going to be there too. Jessica Mendoza from ESPN, Willie Randolph, former Yankee, Bernie Williams, obviously former Yankee, Ron Guidry, the Gator, former Yankee. Also, what do you call? I got some people coming from my end, like George, Evan. Actually, this is Evan's first time getting media, first time getting the media experience. So let's see. Happy for Evan. We're glad that my team and I were able to help get him that. And George is coming. But a whole bunch of people that I know is coming. So it's gonna be a fun day today. Hopefully, we can make that record happen and go from there. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, win prizes, enjoy the food there. It's gonna be fun. So,
Nitin, I have a question for you. Actually, it's from Bob Rizzo. Bob asks, Nitin, how do you? Now, he knows that you're pretty big. I mean, obviously, in what you do, but how do you approach the people that you want to ask to, let's say, come on a particular show? What's the dialogue? Is it just natural, or does it just?
Is this natural because we built a lot. My team and I built a great relationship with all these players. It's all about building relationships, and once you get the trust from them, that means you're heading into the right direction. So, being able to be connected with all these people, and it's truly amazing. And they trust us that we're going to put them on a good product. And so that's why it's natural when it comes. It's natural when it comes to reaching out to them because they know that they're going to be on a great product, and they know our business and how hard we work, and they like to help other people out. So that's the reason why they agreed to come on. And then you guys are seeing the results, and more to come. So
He also asked, is it hard to join? I mean, do you ever look for new people to join your team? And how would they be able to do it? And what would they need to do? What would they need to have as a background?
We're always looking for more people, but as of now, not right now, but maybe later on. But obviously, you need a resume in sports, your experience in the sports industry, PR, marketing, all the essentials in the sports industry that you need to be that. But yeah, who's if Bob, if you're interested, then send your resume to Joe, and then you send it to us, and then Joe will let us know. So whoever's interested on your side, just send the resume to Joe. But right now we're not looking for anyone because I have enough people. But maybe down the line, but not right now. But yeah, but if you're interested, just send it to Joe, and then Joe will show me. So
Good question, Bob. Thanks.
thank you,
Appreciate
Bob.
it.
Thank you,
And
Bob,
he
for the
and he gives yeah, and he also says that Nitin is the best, and he tries to bring the best to the show, and when he's on, he's spot on, and he says thank you so much
thank you.
because he
Yeah,
loves NYYANKEE Mania. So
guys,
thank you,
October
Bob.
4th. Yes, thank you, Bob. Saturday, October 4th, my team and I also booked Tom Flash Gordon, former Yankees reliever. We're good friends with him also, so we'll be joining Saturday, October 4th here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, right dead in center when the playoffs begin, which is a cool thing. So
Yeah, that's great. We just put a in the community. We just put something in there about Flash Gordon, and the link is actually already out, guys. So if you want to start putting your questions in, it's never too early. Put your
yeah,
questions in, and we'll get to it right away. Also, and thank you, Nitin, for that. And also waiting in the wings now is our co-host who will be joining Nitin in a little while, as Nitin was gracious enough to help him
Mm.
out with the pass.
Oh man,
And with up, oh, come on.
there you go. Oh,
Hey, Evan,
oh,
it might be, let me try again. It might be better if you,
it's
Evan. It might be better for you to log back in because it's not
oh,
taking you
there you
on
go.
the stage. Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Are we good now? Okay. All
Wow,
right.
that
Good morning,
Well,
guys.
was
Good morning,
crazy.
Joe.
Damn.
Good
What's up, Evan?
morning, everybody in the chat. What's
Can
up?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Oh, damn.
no,
What's going on here?
it won't
This
stay on.
this is not good before the
I don't
interview.
know. It's on. It looks like
My God.
Evan. Can you log off and log back on because it's obviously not taking you.
Okay, I think now.
Oh, there we
All
go.
right.
Finally.
If it happens again, I'll log back in. But
But yeah, Evan, I was gonna say is glad that my team and I can help you with this. But are you ready for your first media experience?
I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever it entails. Meeting players, doing interviews. If I
Yeah,
have to, I'll do it.
yeah,
I know George talked about that. So taking a lot of videos today, going to be very exciting to meet everybody in person.
yeah.
And we're going to have a live update from you guys at the 1 o'clock pregame
Yeah.
that George had mentioned to us. And again, the link is out and we're ready to go. So I'm coming on special for you guys so that you can see what's going on in this wonderful event of Lindsey Berra.
Maybe we'll try and get some probably if they have time, we'll probably try and get really Randolph on the stream, and maybe Ron Guidry and Bernie, and possibly Jessica Mendoza. We'll probably get her hopefully. She's supposed to be there, Evan, from ESPN, Mendoza. So
T Road says Hollywood Squares.
yeah, Hollywood.
Very, very good.
Zero.
So while that's going on, guys, the Yankees have another important game. I mean, obviously, we're 1 week away. Your thoughts on the game, and I will definitely keep you guys abreast of what's going on. I know you have a lot of things on your phone and everything, but I will be there in case you need an update or see what's going on, and you don't always have to keep looking on apps and stuff. I will be Johnny on the spot for you to give you the latest Yankee and Toronto Blue Jay updates.
Mm-hmm.
So give us your what your take on the Yankee game today. Do you think the pressure's on the Yankees right now, or do you think it's on Toronto? What do you think, guys?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Yankees just need to keep playing the way they're playing, and they won't even have to really worry about what Toronto does. I think Toronto, everyone says that their pitching staff is great, but honestly, they really have only like one or two reliable guys, and that second guy is now hurt in Chris Bassett. Obviously, we hope he gets better soon. We don't want anyone to be injured, but really, they only had like Kevin Gausman and Chris Bassett carry them the whole way through. I mean, Scherzer isn't what he used to be. Shane Bieber isn't really what he used to be
And
before the
Bassett's
injury.
now.
Hmm?
And Bassett's hurt now.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah,
I mentioned that. So,
Bassett will not pitch until the playoffs.
No.
So
yeah,
this next week is going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do everything here on Mania, guys, to give you not only look-ins, but possibly do a game or two during the week.
Yeah.
The first thing I have to do, and I'm going to do, is fix all of our blops on the stream. That's number one, and then it'll be smooth sailing to do all these other games. I was happy with Evan's stream last night. We didn't have too many. We had, a little bit here and there, but nothing terrible. But it's a whole new world starting on Monday with our streams. So please keep your fingers crossed, and we're all looking forward to a fantastic stream for our pregame on Monday. So that we're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want to say congrats to Mike Trout on his 400th career home run yesterday, and the fan who caught the ball played catch with him after the game. So that was good to see. But what a heck of a player, and obviously the injuries has been catching up to him lately. But when he's healthy, man, he's a star player, obviously, and you can see what he can do hitting the ball and playing defense. So I wish that's a type of player that you would want on the team. So congrats to him on the 400 career home run. But to the Yankees, I've been saying on the stream that you cannot focus on what the Blue Jays are doing. You got to focus on yourself. And I think the pressure's on the Blue Jays because they can still lose the division. So and it's not over till it's over. So that's quoting Yogi Berra right there.
There you go.
But
you're going to plenty of Yogi Berra today, guys. That's for sure.
But what's it called? The Yankees, obviously, they got to win this, keep winning games, and hopefully can win the series against Baltimore and then move on to Chicago. But we got Cam on the mound today, so I'm hoping for him to see. Hopefully, he can continue to locate his pitches, and I look for him to go probably 5-6 innings tonight. Not too many, not too much we don't need too much from him because the bullpen is well rested and because you got Fried and Rodon that went 7 innings in this series. So Boone can use pretty much all the relievers today if needed. But I want Cam to go 5 or 6 innings, work on his command and like what he's been doing this whole season. Obviously with the bad starts he wasn't located, but with the good starts and great starts he was located. And when he's on, he's on. So hopefully we can get the Cam that's been in his last few starts. But I look forward to seeing what he does against Baltimore. And like I said, they got to keep focusing on themselves, not the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays, the pressure. I'm going to say the pressure is on the Blue Jays though, because when it comes to the division.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, I know they still have a little cushion, but still, I think the pressure's on them without a doubt. And a shout out to
450 career home runs.
Yeah. When he gets to that 500, I definitely think he's all-star. He is a Hall of Fame worthy, no question about it. I mean, we know he's not going to go in for his speed, that's for sure, but he's definitely going to go in for his power. No question about that. And you know what, guys? I think today's a huge, huge, huge game for the New York Mets. If the Mets lose this game today and the Reds win, oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable. What's going on, and what a crazy week this is going to be. And Listen, I mean, whatever game is important, we're going to try to get it to you this week, guys, either play-by-play wise or live look-ins. We'll do something to keep you abreast, everyone, so you could watch everything. Now, how about what we did last night? So Evan did the game, the Mariner game with the Astros. We had the look-in on the Yankee game. We also had the look-in on Toronto game. We also did some play-by-play on WrestlePalooza. So we did yesterday. We multitask, and everybody really, really enjoyed it. And I can't thank you enough for everybody saying what a great job we did. It was very intense.
Speaking of wrestling, I just want to give a big congrats to Stephanie McMahon for being inducted for the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. Well deserved. She's well respected in that business, and Stephanie McMahon has had a legendary career. So shout out to Undertaker for presenting her for that yesterday. I saw that video, and an amazing moment there for her. And guess who was at the John Cena fight yesterday? Brock Lesnar, Tyrese Halliburton.
Really?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Man, the kids were crying like crazy, but you know what? They had to do this because, Cena is out the door and Lesnar is going to be pushed again for a major heel, a major monster in the company. So they had to really, really do this. And, it's really unbelievable, though. In all the years, I don't believe John Cena has beaten him once. Right. And you know what? Maybe the thing is, how can you do that when Lesnar now is going to be like the biggest heel there is, even more than Seth Rollins, and so there were a couple of surprises there. There was a lot of rumors that there were going to be some turnover. Good was going to turn evil yesterday, so they didn't do that, which they focus more on Cena and to show Brock Lesnar is going to be a force to reckon with again.
What's up?
Of course it's all scripted. It's good talk, Wolf. It's good talk.
Yeah, I want to see Brock.
Go ahead.
I want to see Brock Lesnar against the Great Khali. That would be.
Yeah.
Remember the Great?
Yeah.
That's my.
Unfortunately, I think his days are over. I think his days are over.
That's my uncle right there, the Great Khali. That's my uncle.
Is it?
Yeah, my second uncle. I mean, my second uncle.
Oh my God.
He's Indian.
Yeah, he's yeah.
No, I'm just joking. He's not my uncle. Indian too, though.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, because you know everybody and everybody knows you. So, as far as I'm concerned, I never know when you're joking or you're telling. You're always telling the truth. But so, Evan, you're looking forward to being at this event today, your first one. Hey, remember one thing: when you get that pass, frame it. Don't ever get rid of that. I had my first one ever.
Take a photo of it, post it, and post on your social media, and frame it on your wall at Montclair University.
Yeah,
I will.
I have my first Yankee media pass, and I treasure it. I absolutely treasure it.
You should see how many media passes
a lot of fun.
I have tons of media passes.
Oh yeah, it's everyone to get it.
Yeah.
Is there like a process that you have to go through to get it first?
Yeah, you have to go through some management teams and.
Oh wow! Okay.
PR people through. Yeah, I'll give you when I see you in person today. I'll explain it to you better.
Okay.
Yeah. So for future events, you can do it yourself also. So,
I appreciate that, Nathan. Thank you.
No problem. Maybe you might just. I guess.
Maybe I know. Maybe I have to.
But
now, I don't even know if Nathan would know this, but was there going to be like a special block off for the media people and the fans, or are you guys just going to walk around the fans all around?
I think it's free reign because I looked at the video. They posted some videos while setting up on Instagram story, and by the looks of it, there's no barricades or anything. I think it's open.
It's just gonna be everything's available pretty much.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna be on the field obviously at the same time, but I think whoever's involved with the catch obviously will be on the field. I guess media they're gonna be on the field too. All the people who's gonna take videos also they're gonna be on the field to capture the moment. I think it's free reign because I didn't see any barricades anywhere. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's gonna be great.
the stadium is nice. Whoever hasn't been to the stadium, please go visit the stadium. The Yogi Bear Museum also is amazing, but the stadium is nice too. Yeah.
Nathan, I'll
the
just say to
stadium
get there a little bit early because I know there's going to be a lot of parking.
No, I know. I'm gonna after this stream. I'm gonna leave right away.
Yeah, because they have a big parking deck that you can park in right near the stadium. So yeah, get there.
Yeah,
I'll be walking
awesome.
there. Hey, you'll be walking there.
Yeah,
and George said he lives like 7 minutes away from there.
Yeah, he's close by. I think in Cedar Grove, so that's close.
That's great. I'm glad you guys you're gonna have a great day. You're gonna enjoy it. Suck it all in, Evan, because you don't know the next time. But whenever this is very exciting.
Yes.
For your part of career and another thing that's under your belt at a young age, and that not too many people can say that. Sometimes they could be in something and never get on, never. But if you're one of the lucky ones, and people, which is great, it's a big plus. Believe me, you can't be not nervous. You have to. It's just you wouldn't be normal if you're not.
Yes, I was really nervous when I got my first opportunity in the sports industry. I was really nervous, and now look at us. We know what to expect, and we network a lot, and we're connected with a lot of athletes, which is amazing. And you guys can see it firsthand that we're bringing them on here, and for them. And like I said, I told Joe is you got to build relationships with, and when you get the trust from them, that means you're heading into the right direction. And that's what Michael Rubin does. That's why I like. I'm glad that we connected with Michael Rubin last year at Fanatics Fest. He is a great guy to learn from because look at him. He's connected with everyone in the world basically. But it's all about. I always tell people it's all about networking. Knowing the right people, and so it's really amazing that we're in this. My team and I are in this position, and you're seeing the results on this show, the guests that we're bringing here, and the quality of it too. So let me see.
Oh yeah, definitely. No question about it.
Is he backstage yet?
I see the name Juice, but no face yet.
That's him. That's him. All right. Let me. If you want to. Okay. Do you want me to? You can drop me after soon if you want, and then I'll come back later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. All right. Well, we'll see you, I guess, towards the end of the interview.
Yeah, I'll surprise him.
Okay, you got it. We'll see you in a few.
Yep.
Take care, Nathan. All right. So you have some questions for OJ?
Yep. I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready for OJ.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. While we're waiting, we could go over last night's scoreboard pretty quickly. Right. So we have the Braves beat the Tigers 6-5 again. The Tigers in that doldrum again. The Indians shut out the Twins 6-0. Nationals beat the Mets 5-3 and 11. The Pirates beat the Athletics 2-0. The Cubs lost to Cincinnati 6-3. The Miami Marlins beat the Texas Rangers. That was a big loss for Texas 4-3. As we know, our New York Yankees beat the Orioles 6-1. The Red Sox beat the Rays 6-3. The Mariners, as you heard here, play-by-play on our show, the Mariners beat the Astros 6-4. The Padres beat the White Sox 7-3. The Indians in Game 2 beat the Twins 8-0. They are red hot and a game behind in that division. The Kansas City Royals beat Toronto 2-1 in a nail biter. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cardinals 3-2, final in 10. And another final, the Angels beat the Rockies 3-0. The Phillies lost to the Diamondbacks 4-3. The Dodgers beat the Giants 7-5. So that, and as we go to today, everyone, today's games at 1:30. You have again. Here we go. The Yankees and the Orioles, Atlanta and Detroit, the Cubs and the Reds, the Nationals and the Mets, the Blue Jays and the Royals are at 2:10 Eastern, and the Padres and the White Sox, and Milwaukee and the Cardinals, and the Marlins in Texas all around 2:30. The Angels Rockies later on, the Phillies at 4 p.m. Eastern time, Diamondbacks, the Dodgers 4:10 with the Giants, good game there. Another good game, the Astros and the Mariners at 7:10, and the Red Sox and the Rays at 7:35. So there's quite a few games going on, everyone. And hey, want to say hello to some of the people. Michael, you done with your groceries? Good morning. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Wolverine, how's it going? Charles, good morning to you. Let's see. We in the chat we have Bob Rizzo, Kevin, Ava. We have Teresa. How you doing? Michelle, Caroline. Thank you so much for joining us today as we await the All-Star that played his whole career with the Miami Dolphins. OJ Mcduffie is coming. He was part of my grown-up years, and of course playing with Dan Marino. And there's already a couple of questions about playing with Dan Marino that we want to get to him. And as soon as he comes on, which he's coming on within the next, hopefully, the 3 minutes, we'll look forward to a really good interview. Programming note, everyone. So I had said first that there was no pregame, but because of the surprise and to give you guys good insight, we are going to do a 1 o'clock pregame for about a half hour with Nitin and George and maybe even Evan from the Yogi Berra Museum with the, catch a fly, baby, as far as you can throw.
Live from the stadium on the field.
On the field, they will definitely be on the field. So we're waiting for that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And then that'll lead us to the Yankees and the Yankee game against the Orioles on Ken the Ugly Truth's channel. And then after that, we will do our post-game show, everyone, tonight at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. post-game right here on NY Mania. And we'll go over scores of the NFL, of course, MLB, and we'll talk about our New York Yankees. Well, waiting in the wings, everyone. First of all, I want to see if he gives us a thumbs up that he's ready to come on. The Juice Man, there he is. Good, cool. Well, OJ Mcduffie, I'm very excited to bring him on, and let's do that right now on a great Sunday morning. And thank you so much for coming up. And there he is, the Juice Man. How you doing? Good.
How you guys doing this morning?
Are you kidding?
Great.
Good, thanks. You got Joe and Evan here from NY Mania. Thank you so much for coming on. That's very, very nice of you on a Sunday. And first of all, how are you? How's your family doing?
We're good, man. We are good, man. It's a beautiful Sunday not to be playing football. There was no Saturday football for me yesterday, so I went to the UM versus Florida football game at our stadium, and just enjoying a stress-free weekend because I'm usually stressed out when my teams are playing.
It's got to be frustrating with the Dolphins.
Well, right off the bat,
right into it, huh?
Sorry to mention that. Yeah.
Now, as someone that's been retired, do you follow everything going on, or have you lost touch? And what are your feelings? I always ask someone who either just retired or in my growing up days, I watched you, I loved your play. You were amazing. And all the questions here right now is, how was it to play with Dan Marino?
Yeah, man. Well, for first question, yeah, I follow the team very closely. I do a pregame show with them for them on iHeartRadio. I'm on their alumni advisory board. Um, so I really, really do a lot.
Oh,
I do
nice.
a podcast for them at times. So yeah, I do a lot when it comes to the team. Still, living down here in Miami, is still really close with everybody on the squad as well. And playing with Dan Marino, man, it was. I mean, come on, a wide receiver out of Penn State, getting drafted by the Dolphins and getting a chance to play with the guy who was able to sell isotoner gloves in South Florida. I mean, it was like a dream come true to me, man. We had some. I had Kerry Collins at the end of my college career, but from going from Kerry Collins to Dan Marino, man, it was a blessing for a wide receiver, that's for sure.
Well, in your playing days, I mean, obviously Marino, what was it like to play in Miami all the time? And how do you prepare to play once a week? Yeah. I'm always flabbergasted that. How do you keep yourself going to play for that? I mean, at that time, it was really only Sundays. Once in a while, we had Monday night. Well, we always had Monday night football. But how do you prepare once I mean, that's got to be, and I guess as you get older, harder and harder. Maybe I'm wrong, but let us know. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, playing down here obviously is hot as hell. That's the first thing you have to get used to coming from up north. It's playing in this weather. But once you get used to that, usually is our advantage against other teams that come down here from the Northeast, which is most of our division was from the Northeast, being New England or Buffalo or New York, and then of course Indianapolis is also in our division when I played for the for the Dolphins as well. But a lot of times, the younger you are, the easier it is for you to play week to week. The older you get, your body after a Sunday game, your body doesn't feel right until probably Wednesday or Thursday. And that's why it's tough on some of these guys now to play a Sunday and then a Thursday game because their bodies haven't healed completely yet or enough to really go out there and be effective. But yeah, it's tough week to week. The toughest part about week to week, though, is that if you take a loss on a Sunday, you got to wait another week to play or until the next Monday to play. You want to get back out there on the football field. It's not like baseball. If I lose on Saturday, I'm playing on Sunday. I got a chance to redeem myself, and probably on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well when it comes to other sports, man. But when it comes to football, that's why every single game is so critical because you only get that one a week situation, and you better take advantage of it.
Now you also you played in 116 games, correct? Give or take.
Sure. That's probably about right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. See, I know more about you than you do. No, just kidding.
You know what? Here's the thing about it. We don't really know our games. The only people in football that have a win-loss record are coaches and quarterbacks, so we would, so if I was a quarterback, I would know exactly how many games I played in. But since, we're not, I don't know. You're right.
No, but that not only is that an amazing feat, but you also had 5,074 rushing yards. Now, you got to be very proud of that because we all are proud of that, what you accomplished in your playing day.
Yeah, you know what, Joe, I was just happy to get the amount of years I got in. And, if you stay healthy that long and get that number of years, it should be a feat that most people should accomplish, man. And I think longevity is always the key to stats and numbers. You see it all the time. The guys that stay in the league the longest, they're going to break a lot of records because they get a lot more opportunities. And they'll have well over 116 games played if they can get, especially with 17 game schedules now, playoffs and things like that. You get more opportunities. So, yeah, I was blessed, honestly, playing with Dan Marino and being able to go over 5,000 yards receiving, man. Most of that was due to him being such a great quarterback.
Oh, without a doubt. We have a question for you from one of our avid listeners, Charles. OJ, how was it playing for Coach Shula?
Oh, man. Coach Shula was the best, man. Going from Coach Joe Paterno, who was the greatest, to going to Coach Don Shula, who was the greatest, at the next level. It was great. It's like an easy transition because both of them were tough as hell. Both of them were very demanding. Both of them, had the respect of everybody around the college leagues or the pro leagues. The only difference was that Joe Paterno never cursed, and Don Shula used a lot of funky letters, funky words when he was upset with you, man. But it was great because, and then you go into a situation like we talked about earlier. Some Sundays, some Mondays, when you have Don Shula as your head coach and Dan Marino as your quarterback, you're playing a lot of primetime games, man. So I came into the league and we were playing a lot of primetime games, and that was a lot of fun because growing up as a kid, that's all you wanted to do was play on Thanksgiving. You wanted to play, Monday Night Football. We did a lot of that when we had those guys together.
Evan, you have a question?
Sure. So Juice, if that's okay, if I call you that.
Absolutely.
First of all, congratulations on having over 5,000 yards in your career. Obviously, the game of football was a little bit different back then, and you were an amazing receiver. How important did you feel your role was to the Miami Dolphins on the team that you got drafted by?
Well, it started off, I was all on kickoff return and punt return. I was just returning kicks because we had just lost Duper and Clayton. They were traded, and then we brought in Irvin Fryer, Mark Ingram, Tony Martin was on the squad. So it was hard for me to get on the field as an offensive player. So at the beginning, all I did was return kicks and punts, and I got very few snaps on offense. And I thought that was an important role for me, solidifying the catch, making the right decisions, trying to get us great field position. So everybody kind of has to get in where they fit in and know their role at that point. And that was my role at that point until I was able to get in more on the third down situations the following year. And then starting the following year after that. So I think no matter what, my role for the team grew, as the longer I was with the team, and the trust that Danny had in me grew. And I think that was the reason I was able to be so successful, with the team and, pretty much just do my role, do my job. And I thought that, at some points I did it pretty good, and other times I could have done better.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go to the chat.
Awesome. Yeah, I know that is great. You have another question from another avid listener of our program, John Ferrazzo. Hey, OJ, good to know that you're doing well. Who did you feel was the cornerback that gave you the most trouble, and how did you keep in touch? And have you kept in touch with all your former players and teammates?
Yeah, well, there's a few corners that I hate to see now on the streets. The hardest part a lot of times is what you do in practice, because you see the corners that you have in practice to go against in practice, Troy Vincent's, the JB Browns, they're the hardest ones to beat because they know every single move that you have. They've seen it all. They practice against you every single day. So those guys are tough to deal with. And then after Troy Vincent and JB Brown were gone, I had to deal with Sam Madison and Pat Surtain, and those dudes were tough to deal with. But as far as an opponent against me, Ty Law was probably my biggest nemesis at New England. I mean, he was just tough to deal with. Long arms, strong, physical, so guys like that are always tough to deal with. And the fact that we played each other at least twice a year, every year, that was probably the toughest dude to deal with, man. He was just one hell of a football player for sure.
Yeah, that was the next question from Wolverine in 1986. He was asking who your toughest opponent was that you played against.
Ty Law all day, every day, for sure.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
Well, there's another part of that question too about the guys that I hang out with too. Like I said, I'm on the alumni advisory board. There's over 100 some former players that live down here, so we interact with them all the time. And our owner, Stephen Ross, we have a suite for every home game that holds about 60 people, and half of my teammates, can show up any given Sunday, honestly, and we just hang out and kick it and watch the Dolphins play from the suite at our stadium. So being on the alumni advisory board, I'm in contact with them all the time to make sure they're doing well, wellness checks, and, make sure we get them out to the stadium. And we have alumni weekend where there's going to be 150 of us back here and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's it's always important for us to make sure we maintain that contact. And a lot of people are like me. They're not from Florida, but they're from like Ohio or Pennsylvania. And we're not going back to those states. We want to live down here in South Florida, that's for sure.
No, Teresa here in the chat asks, thank you for being on. You were a great player. We followed Miami from New York in those days. I was bringing up 3 kids at the time, and it was fun to escape to watch some football on Sunday when they're home. My question to you is, did you enjoy coming to New York and either playing the Jets or the Giants? And what's your favorite stadium to play at?
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun going to New York. No doubt about it. I mean, like once again, you're playing in the Meadowlands is like, something you grew up watching your team play, or whoever you like playing in the Meadowlands, and playing against the Jets within our division was always, always tough, man. Great crowd, great atmosphere, loud. Catching punts and kickoffs in there was difficult because of the wind situation there. It was always a little chilly, it seemed like, up there, but it was so football there, and that was always a lot of fun. We didn't play the Giants that often, obviously, because they were within our division. But when we did get an opportunity to play, I think they played down here more than we played up there, if I'm not mistaken. But playing the Jets in the Meadowlands, always a tough battle, a fun time. Seeing Marino go back and forth against Boomer Esiason and guys like that, it was great, man. It was our division was so tough. And week in, week out, we had to strap it up and be ready to go against those guys.
Ava here in the chat asks, when you guys finish your games on Sunday, did you guys as a group or as maybe a few of you go out? And what were your favorite places to go and eat?
Yeah, it depends on how you're feeling, man. A lot of times you're just so banged up, you really just want to, go home and and take it easy. And then 1 o'clock game here, done by 4 o'clock, you probably want to go home, and you might venture out. If it's a big win, I think everybody, no matter what, they feel their pains are a lot less. They don't hurt as much if you have a big win on Sunday. And so you might want to go out, and our place of choice usually was South Beach. We go to South Beach, and there's a lot of good places to go get dinner. There's also a couple of nice watering holes you can go and hang out at. So, if we have a big win or whatever you're feeling up to, you go down and get some dinner at South Beach and maybe grab a drink.
Oh, awesome. Evan, you have a question?
Sure. So I was doing a little bit of research. I thought it was really impressive that you also played baseball and you considered that in your career too, and that you were a prep star too at Hawken. You were used as a defensive back and as a running back too. So I thought that was great. Was there any thought in your mind that you could be drafted as one of those positions, or was it just always wide receiver?
Yeah, that's a great question, Evan. I in Ohio, you guys know how it is up north. At some point, you got to go indoors. So, I played, basketball. I obviously played football, basketball, and then I did baseball and ran track at the same time. Which was an adventure to say the least. But baseball was the thing that I grew up playing the most before I got into football, and so it was always a situation of baseball or football. And I got drafted out of high school. Didn't go. I went to college, went to Penn State. I played baseball at Penn State. I got drafted by the Angels at Penn State. And so I had to make a decision on whether I was going to play baseball or play football. Baseball was just not going to be as lucrative enough for me at that point. I knew football gave me an opportunity to make some good money right away. So that's why I decided to focus on football. And yeah, I did get drafted in baseball, but I definitely decided that being a first round pick for the Dolphins in football was probably a better move for me and my family.
Well, it definitely worked out.
Huge impact. Yeah, I think it worked out. Sean Browning, guys, asks, welcome to the show. What was your feelings on meeting Madden and Summerall, the legendary broadcasters? Did you have a good relationship with them?
Yeah, I only met Madden once. I made the All Madden team one time, and that was obviously an honor. I've got the sweatshirt and the hardware to prove it. People that don't want to believe I made the All Madden team one time, but just one time, man. And what an honor that is, man. Because look, I mean, the Madden legacy lives on to this day. Playing the video games in high school and in college, and then finally having my name on the back of my jersey when I played it, using it in the pros. It's just pretty amazing, man. But those two legends right there, and just honored that that my name has been mentioned, that's come out of their mouths, man, being a professional football player.
Yeah, it had to be an honor. But you can't sell yourself short because anybody has 5,000 yards. I mean, come on. You got to give yourself a little. You got to give yourself some credit. You were you were a great player. Really, I enjoyed watching you all the time, and we didn't have all the media outlets as we do now then. But I tried to watch. I did have some family members that were big Dolphin fans. So to be honest with you, I'm not really a Giant fan or a Jet fan. But it is because you may just leave the stream. So I don't want you to do that. No, but honestly, I've always rooted. I've always, thanks to my rest in peace uncle, because of Thanksgiving, he got me a long time ago into the Cowboys. But I was always, I always, if the Cowboys didn't get in, it was Miami and a little bit of the Jets. But other than that, it was you guys. But it was so enjoyable to always watch your play. And Dan Marino was just an incredible star. And I only wish that we were able at that time to, like we have the NFL ticket now.
Right,
and I just wish we had that. It was just starting out. We were just getting into, maybe 10 years of ESPN and stuff like that. But, now forget about it. You can't even walk to your restroom without, OJ's going to the restroom. What's going on? I mean, really, you can't do anything without. How did you feel about your media coverage in Miami, as opposed to let's say when you came to New York? Did you have a lot of people all over in your locker rooms when you were in New York? Is it I mean, obviously it's calmer in Miami. Talk to us about the media. Did you feel you were being treated fairly, which I think you were? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Just long story short, real quick though, I was a Cowboy fan growing up too, Joe. Because growing up we had three stations on TV. We had 4, 6, and 10. And the Cowboys are always on that 4:00 game on Sundays. Always the Cowboys, of course, Thanksgiving and a lot of Monday night games. So I watched the Cowboys a lot growing up because that was the team, America's team, that was on all the time. But they didn't draft me, so I don't like them anymore. So that all changed in April of '93. You know what I mean? So, but back to the media coverage. I think the media always treated me fair, like you said, man. I mean, having Dan Marino and Coach Shula, the media presence was a lot greater than it would be in most cities that aren't New York or Chicago or LA. So I think that was, having those guys in the locker room. We had a huge media following here, and there wasn't as much scrutiny down here as you would get probably in New York for some things, some little things, I think at times. But at the same time, I thought they treated me fairly. As long as I treated them fairly, they treated me fairly. Guys that want to, duck the media and no comment, then the media's going to get on you, as they should. I think it's about being professional. Whenever the media comes to your locker or you're on the podium, answer their questions open and honestly as much as you can. Show them the respect they're trying to show you, and just keep it moving, man. If you do that, then they'll leave you alone. They won't, they'll write positive things about you as much as they can. If you screw up, you should get negative, publicity. But you have a chance to right that wrong a lot of times. And most media people are fair. If you're fair to them, they'll be fair to you.
Now, so we see. So obviously, you retired in 2000. So what's it like? Let's say the first year, the football season comes on, and oh my God, I'm not going to the stadium today. What did you do that first day to keep you occupied? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you missed it, unless you didn't miss the aches and pains. But how did you keep you and your family? How did you keep engaged? In every Sunday that you're not going to the park.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I had season tickets. I went to every game instead. I had season tickets. My whole family and friends, we had season tickets in the end zone for the Dolphins for all my years playing and some years afterwards. And so I was finally able to sit in my season tickets that I have. We had probably a total of 20 tickets in the first and second row. at Hard Rock Stadium. So I was able to go. I was able to go tailgate for the first time ever. I was able to go play some cornhole and some washers and all kinds of stuff that these people do and enjoy before games while we're in there sweating and getting nervous about playing and things like that. But then again, though, Joe, it was a tough transition. I mean, you're used to your whole day being planned out. Our schedule for football was 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. And then, of course, you travel on Saturdays or you getting ready for a game on Saturdays. So you're going to a hotel. You play on Sundays. So not having that kind of schedule, it's kind of tough. You have to figure out your time management a little differently than you ever had in your life, because that started in high school where everything was regimented, all the way through college, regimented, all the way through, 9 years officially in the pros. Everything was regimented. So that was probably the toughest part, is with the time management. But going to games became a lot of fun. I got those front row seats so I can get as close to the game as possible without being in it. And I kind of really enjoyed that part of it, man. And it was tough. A lot of guys struggle with being out of the league, man, for a lot of reasons. But for the most part, man, you're just so used to that locker room, the camaraderie, hanging out with the fellas. And then again, I always joke like this too, Joe. Is like there's only 2 fun days in football, and that's Sundays and paydays. The rest of it they can have. So it was a tough transition. But the older you get, and then I started doing radio and some TV down here. Still close to the game, but far away from all the contact and all the pain that the game brought us.
Great, thank you for that answer. Wolves 1986. Do you think the football today has changed for the better or for the worse?
You know what? I mean, you can't say it's worse because the revenue, the people that are interested in it, fantasy football, the bet, everything has gotten better in terms of how much the game is being viewed. We talked about the Yankees being back in the day and all this other stuff, but I mean, football's become America's pastime. Everybody loves football nowadays, and college and pros, it's been pretty impressive. I think the people talking about the physicality of the game and how soft it's gotten, it had to soften up a little bit because guys are so much bigger, stronger, faster that you have to find safety first. And there's a lot of really violent collisions that would be worse than they were when I played, and I know a lot of guys, were trying to take my head off going across the middle, and I wish they wouldn't have. I wish there were some safety guardrails for us back then, but there weren't. I think that they had to do that because, I mean, it's a violent sport, but these guys are so big, so strong, and so fast. They had to find a way to make it as safe as possible if they want to keep playing the game.
How do you survive those big hits, OJ? I could never envision myself. I mean, I would like run the other way. How do you? I would. There's no way. It's like Adam Sandler in some of those movies. Like I know nothing. I'm the water boy. Leave me alone. I think that's what I would do. But how do you sustain that? How do you do it?
Yeah, you know what? You just you build up an immunity. You know what I mean? It's herd immunity, I guess. A lot of guys said you've been hit so many times, man. You realize what hurts and what doesn't hurt. A lot of things hurt. You got to recognize being hurt or being injured. But I tell you this, man, most times you get some of the biggest hits, they don't hurt as much as the little ones do. That some hits look really, really big, but they're, especially if you see them coming, they're not as bad. But some of the little ones, man, you get hit on the hip, little hip pointer, get hit on the thigh, a thigh bruise. Those are the ones that drive you crazy, man. Those are the ones that hurt more than anything. But the key for me was always to let the DB or whoever hit me know that it didn't hurt. Even if it did, I'm not going to let them know it hurt, man. And I'll deal with the pain later. But they're never going to know they got me. They'll never know that they got a good one on me. That's for sure.
Now, Evan, can you read the question from Richard? Do you have it there? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have it. Richard asks, OJ, please give me your honest opinion on whether you think Tua Tagovailoa is a franchise quarterback and if he deserves the major salary increase he got.
Oh, you guys trying to get me fired, huh? Okay.
No. It's just that they'll have our heads if we don't ask.
No, I'm just playing. Tua has not lived up to his contract. I thought that Tua should have had to play out his full deal. They didn't make him. He got paid before his 5th year, and it's a tough gig, man. What he's going through, though, I get it, man. He's going through a lot physically, and I think when you go through what he's going through physically, I think that you have to wait it out to see whether we should give him the max contract that we gave him. We gave him the max contract. I think for the most part, those first few years he earned it, but I thought he needed one more year to prove it, that he can give us 17 games. And so far he's played 3. We're 0-3, but man, it's a tough deal to even ever talk about anybody else's money. You're only worth what somebody's willing to pay you. They're willing to pay it to him, so he's worth it if that's how the Dolphins felt about it.
Yeah, those concussions.
Hey, excellent.
Needs to be careful.
They add up. They add up, Evan. They definitely add up.
Yep. It's as honest answer as you can get. Now, and we'll ask you now, what do you think about the quality of officiating today as compared to when you played?
Well, you know what? They have so many opportunities to get it right in the NFL these days. You know what I mean? Between replay and, replay assists, which, they don't even have to, you don't have to challenge anything anymore. They got replay assist that helps you. Yeah. I think they get it right as much as possible. The game is so fast and it happens at such a blink of an eye that, more eyes in the sky they have, the better. So I think the officiating is pretty good. I think there are some calls some 50-50 calls that are tough. Obviously they can call holding every single play, but the game would go on for 5 hours if they did that. So you got to depend on the impact of the hold and things like that. Pass interference is always going to be a tough call because such bang, bang, and you can't review that anymore. It's a tough deal. Like we talked about with the safety of the game and how fast it was and how big and strong and fast these guys are. So are the plays, man. The guys out there that are making plays are moving at warp speed. And so the officials are doing their best to make sure that they catch every single thing, man. But some of those flags, they're tough. I wish there would be more opportunities to challenge some of the plays that are out there. But if we did that, we'd be watching games for, 4 hours, and they want to keep everything within a 3-hour window. So I think the officiating is not too bad. For us, I thought that, I thought it was pretty fair. I don't recall too many games where the officiating got away. It happens more at lower levels, maybe high school, you get some home cooking somewhere. But for the most part, they're true professionals in the college and the pro levels.
Great. Charles asked, how did you like playing against Ronnie Lott?
I only played against him a couple times, and both from when he played for the Jets. And I caught the Ronnie Lott at the right time in his career because he didn't get a chance to light me up like he lit other receivers up. I blocked him one time and apologized to him on the spot, like, sorry, Mr. Lott, and told me to keep playing hard, young man. And I was just happy getting away with my life at that point. Yeah, it was great, man. A true professional, a great leader out there on the football field, man. I was just blessed to be on the same football field with Ronnie Lott.
That's awesome. The one thing I totally respect with football players is 99.999. Everybody respects each other, and I mean for a very, very hard sport. It's refreshing that everybody respects what they're doing, and it's not like me, but it's right. team. And that I see more and more of here and there with football, and it's very, very enjoyable. I got to be honest with you, OJ. It was one of my least favorite sports growing up, but then as I got into the Cowboys, the Dolphins, then my boss at work, our big supervisor, was a huge, and still is, Dolphin fan. So he got me a little bit more inclined. He said, "Hey, Joe, you got to watch it on NBC. Watch this, watch that." And it's a real pleasure. And to be honest with you, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I just enjoy it, period. It's not like, like, oh my God, the Cowboy, because, it's just that way. You guys, there's only a select amount of people that play this game, and you got to respect each and every one of them, whether you like them or not. It doesn't matter, but the respect that you guys deserve for what you do and what putting your body through this, is just amazing. You know, tip my hat and my heart to you guys, because you guys are superhuman. Really, I mean, we can't thank you enough for the games and the Sundays that you gave us. I can't say that enough. I really mean that.
Joe, I appreciate that, man, and and Evan, I appreciate that, guys. And honestly, you hear it all the time about these guys going out there and getting paid so much money to play a game, man. And you guys are you're telling us right now, like this is the truth about us and what we deal with, on a day-to-day basis, from the physicality of a football game, the mental, the mental part that we go through mentally, just to prepare for a game or have your body ready for a game and things like that. And so I always say, these guys, man, we are entertainers, but as entertainers though, man, we put our bodies through a lot. And I know a lot of guys now that are going through a lot physically. It's amazing. Head to toe, these guys are going through it. And they're in their early 50s, mid 50s, that have a lot of things going on, man, that are, was it worth playing the game? Yeah, it was worth it, because, you had the fame, you have the money, but your life after football, it's rough. It really is for a lot of guys. And that's part of my job with our team, being on the advisory board, to make sure these guys are going to their checkups, they're going to see the doctors, they're doing all the things they can, just to deal with some of the aches and pains they deal without using the other things, the medications and, things like that. So I appreciate you recognizing, man, what these guys go through, because people, they always, excuse my French, bitch and moan about all these guys getting paid all this money to play a game. It's not a game. It's a game of life for most of these guys, and they're dealing with it right now.
Yeah. I mean, and that was one of the questions Teresa had for you. She said, when you guys finally finish football, do you guys go for a complete physical, or do you feel that you should do that? Go from head to toe for 1 to 3 years, and you just make yourself more inclined to be healthier. Do you think that that's a good idea for the athletes of today?
Yeah, well, the NFL does a great job of offering pretty much a head-to-toe examination throughout various cities. We do it here at Cleveland Clinic here in Miami. You can do it every 3 years. You can go, and they'll give you a head-to-toe evaluation, brain, head, heart, the rest, every orthopedic thing that goes on, just so you can stay ahead of it. And it's free of charge. So they encourage guys, and I try to encourage guys to get out there and take advantage of these opportunities. We don't. The NFL only gives you insurance, quote unquote, for the first 5 years out of the league, and then you're on your own. And so for these guys to get these free opportunities, I always encourage them to go take advantage of them. There's one in Orlando coming up that a bunch of guys, no matter where you played or who you played for, anybody can sign up and get a time slot and go get all these examinations done. So we definitely encourage people to do it every 1 to 3 years.
That's the smart thing to do, and kudos to the NFL. At least you get 5 years of that, so that's awesome. First of all, we know you're very busy, but I do have a little surprise for you coming up here in the background. But before I do that, I just want to ask you something. On November 11th here on NY Mania, we're going to have a show to salute all of our troops that make it every day possible for us to do what we do. And it's a big thank you and a big love out to everyone. It's going to be a show of athletes, former athletes, guest commentators, you name it. We're trying to build one of the biggest shows for it, to say thank you. And we will have people that have served, also people that have beat cancer. And I was wondering, being the fact that you were so nice to come up, if you would be possible to give us a couple of minutes to give thanks, and maybe if you're proud of someone, maybe yourself, your family member, and come up on November 11th and say a few words. We would love to add you to the roster.
Yeah, let me see. I'm sure I'm available. I'll do anything for the military, man. I actually I went to visit the troops in Afghanistan one time. So just send me the link, send me the message. I'll put it in the calendar, and we're good to go, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And if you have a story, please, OJ, you got to let us know. Or just, say it on there, whoever you're proud of, whoever you love, rather they're with us or they're not. We pray for them and say thank you for letting us watch football, letting us play football, letting us go out, having families, go out with the grandkids. We have a couple of people on staff that were former military. So they're going to be on the panel. And I can't thank you enough. Now I'm going to give you a little surprise as we're going to bring him up. And you may know this guy. I'm not sure.
What's up, OJ? How you doing?
What's up,
There
man?
he is.
How you been, my guy?
Good, bro. How you been, man?
Good. First of all, thank you for joining Joe and Evan. They are the best, and we've been helping them out with since a month ago, or it's been a month. We've been helping them out, and we're the ones who
It's going to
helped
be
them
2 months now.
Yeah, 2 months soon, actually, and we're the ones who helped them out, bring the guests on the show. So if you go check out the YouTube channel, their YouTube, if you check out the past episodes and the past guests and that have come on, that's been through us, and you're added to that one. You're added to the list, and just thank you for joining their show. And hey, guys, don't forget, please, I want to plug OJ's show, the Fish Tank 81, because they do a great job. And shout out to his co-host Sept. If you guys want to go check it out, go check it out on YouTube, everywhere, on all social media formats. Their last 2 episodes, they had Fred Taylor. That's one of my other guys. Also, shout out to Fred Taylor. And also, they had Jeff Saturday on too. So go check those 2 out. Yeah, their recent episodes. And
of course,
I had the pleasure of knowing Fred Taylor at Fanatics Fest and also Super Bowl week when I was in New Orleans. And he's a great guy. And shout out to the Pivot Show. Ryan Clark and Channing Crowder, they're both of my other guys too, man. They're great. And they do all of them. OJ and Sept, they do a great job, and everybody else. So shout out to them, and please go check it out. Fred Taylor, Jeff Saturday, and they got more episodes coming too. What do you got next, OJ and Sept?
Yeah, so we've got a few guys. I love the Fred Taylor thing. We finally decided to do something other than Dolphins, so it's called Sharks Amongst Dolphins. So that's why we have Fred Taylor on. And we do our Saturday live. Our Wednesday live show on YouTube, as you talked about a little bit. So we'll start. We've been doing that. It's been growing nicely. We've only done it a couple weeks. We're just we just keep grinding. Now we're able to talk about the current team more. We're having a lot more fun than we were before. We don't just talk to past players. We talk to some current guys, some guys that just retired. We've got Lamar Thomas coming up soon. We've got Devontae Parker coming up soon. We've got a few guys that are going to be diving into the tank, as we call it.
Yep, and like I said, go check it out. Joe, Evan, please go subscribe to their channel and show. Man, they do a great job. And
we subscribe to you. You subscribe to us.
Actually, the funny story is, Fred. What do you call it? When I was going back, when I went to the airport from New Orleans to fly back to New Jersey, I ran into Fred Taylor again, and I ran into Amon Green also at the same time.
Amon Green, another great running back. Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Fred is a great guy, and I'm glad that I'm connected with them. Even Ryan Clark, I'm like close with Ryan Clark, and even you guys, and it's just a pleasure. I'm just grateful to be connected with tons of athletes and you guys and helping you guys out too. So it's been an amazing journey, and then bringing you guys on other shows. It's just it's cool to see.
Well, we thank you guys too, man, for giving these guys a platform. Those that don't have a platform. Of course, we have a platform with Seth and I on the Fish Tank, but some of those guys you bring on, we all know about their X and O's and their stats, man. But when you talk about some of the other things that go on in their lives, man, it's important for those guys to get that out, and they love talking about it. And you guys do a great job of research on things that, like, when you tell guys, some things that a lot of people don't know and they get to talk about it. That's always important for these guys, man, because we know what they did catching the ball and running with the ball, but what do they do off the field? And you guys do a good job of bringing that out and showing the person and the personalities of a lot of these guys that are out there. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, and I'm also now trying to. I got recently connected with Pat Surtain, Pat Surtain. Yeah, so I'm and his son is a heck of a player too. But Pat Senior has been watching our stuff, and seeing what we do in the business. And OJ, I don't know if you saw it, but we also do events with athletes in person. So we help them we do a lot of bookings with autograph signings, like special events and camps for the kids. So we do all that also now too.
Oh, nice. Busy. I like that. Good stuff, man. Keep
Thank
looking out for the athletes, man. They need it.
Yeah.
They need it, bro. Yeah.
Thank you.
Could one of you guys send me the link, please, so that we have it here and we can also post it? Please, because with everything in mind and all and different guests and all, I want to make sure that OJ gets the proper due.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, fellas. Really appreciate it.
Sure. And I you're welcome here anytime you want, man. Any friend of Nitin's is a friend of us, and you guys are the best. You just I just bless all of you because what you've done, and I'm always starstruck because just to have an athlete, and you're always an all-star in all our books and a superstar. So just keep doing what you're doing, and you will be blessed for everything that you do. And we really appreciate it. We really, really do. Your service, your playing time, your playing days, you being with making people smile in certain instances. And we can't thank you enough. We really can't thank you enough. So if there's something that we can help you with, we definitely will. But you are the superstar. We're only the guys. We're only the guys in the background. But anything that we can do, I honestly, with all my heart, would like to help you. And listen, you come on a Sunday morning. You don't have to do that. And you took time for a show that's been 6 months old. We're building something very special here. We're trying to give the best information of baseball, football, and so on. And when you do something like that, the least we can do is also say thank you and help you out too. So whatever we can do, we're here for you.
Yeah, Joe, I appreciate that, man. And you guys do not hesitate. You guys don't hesitate to reach out, man. If I'm available, you got me. All right. And Joe, one thing you said, I made a whole lot of people smile, man. I hope I made a lot of people cry too on the other side. You know what I mean? That's I hope some of my opponents cried a little bit at times too, man.
Well, you also played and are with a very class organization. And you never hear anything Miami this, Miami that. Miami is a class act, and hey, now you can see why. Look who just came on to tell about his experience about being a Miami Dolphin, and he's got to be very, very proud, and we're all proud of him. Because, hey, it is what it is. And there's only a handful of people. There's millions of people that try to get in the NFL, in the NHL or MLB or wherever, NBA. Not everybody makes it. But the guy in front of me right now has made it. And look what he's done. And that's all I could say, guys. The people in the chat, you're very lucky because we try to give you the best. And we have the best. So we appreciate it. Really, we love to talk to you about the Super Bowl, about any of the playoffs. You want to come on and talk about Miami? Please feel free.
Yep. Just reach out, guys. Just reach out, and if I'm available, you got me.
Yeah, and if we do a game of the week or something, and you might be available for a little bit. There's no Miami game. You like it to come on? Maybe you call a few plays or be our Pat Summerall. That would be great.
All right. All right.
That'd be a lot of fun. All of us, to do a Miami Jet game. That would be awesome.
Oh man. Yeah, let's do it. We definitely need to get together before that. Well, it's a Monday night game. That's coming up. I'll be at Penn State the weekend before that for the Oregon game, and then I'll be back for the Jets game, which is going to be incredible. I mean, we got to get a win somehow, man. We got to find a way to get a win.
Yeah.
Hope the team is a lot better than what they've been so far.
You probably will. You probably will. But yeah, no, thanks.
All right, gentlemen. Well, enjoy your Sunday, gentlemen. We appreciate you guys having me on, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, OJ, for joining Joe and Evan. They're the best.
Thank you, OJ.
I'll send them your fish tank link. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nippon. I appreciate it, bros. Have a good one, y'all.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop.
Yeah.
I have to get ready. I'm gonna start traveling to the.
All right. Well,
so,
that was awesome. Thank you, Nitin.
yeah, no problem.
Thank
But
you.
Evan said, I'm gonna go there now so I can find the good parking. But yeah,
Okay, if you can send me the link.
Yeah, I was gonna
Send me the link though. I'd like to support.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have fun, and we'll see you at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
See you later, Nathan.
Yep.
See you later. Thank you. All right, then there were two. That was an awesome interview. What a guy. What a guy.
Great guy.
I'll tell you, these interviews, even though they're not Yankee related, and it's just amazing. I mean, to have an athlete in front of you and to share his experiences. I mean, he was actually people that you talk to, like today. You're going to be seeing a great center fielder in Bernie Williams right in front of you, man. How's that going to make you feel?
I can't even comprehend it, honestly.
He went 25 and 3.
I never thought I would be able to have this. Thanks to you, thanks to Nathan. I mean, this is just incredible.
Now, forget about me. You're doing it all on your own. Doesn't matter. You're doing it all on your own, and all I could say is, when you become a star, just don't forget me with the, a ticket or two here and there. This old man running around. Let's do this.
I never forget things.
But I really appreciate it, and go get ready for the. Now we have actually been on for an hour until almost an hour and a half. But guys, we will be back at 1 p.m. for a special Yankee pregame and a live look-in from the Yogi Berra Museum with George, Nitin, and Evan. And you never know, a Yankee could come on, an ex-Yankee, a big-time ex-Yankee, even to say hi will be amazing. So if I were you, I'd come in at 1 o'clock, everyone. Yeah, it'll only be a half-hour show. But you'll get a lot of knowledge, and then we'll go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel, and we will do, and you'll hear the play-by-play. I'll stop by to say hello, and also our post game for the whole weekend will come at Evan. Will you be back by 7? Because I didn't do the link yet. Is 7 okay with Is it pretty good for you?
7's good. Yeah, 7's good.
Okay. So our post game tonight, everyone, will be 7 p.m. 7 p.m. post game, and we'll go over the whole Yankee weekend, and we'll talk about the final week. Can you believe it? The final week of Major League Baseball. So let's go, Yankees. Let's charge to the playoffs. Let's stay healthy. The Golden Boy keeps hitting homers. Let's get everybody hot. And Anthony Volpe, let's go, Volpe. You're gonna charge us to the World Series. I got a big feeling about that. So let's go, Yankees. Let's go, Evan. Good luck on your first time as a media guy outside of the show, and have fun. Suck it all in, because it's a great experience.
I'll shout out NYYANKEE Mania. I'll shout out the chat. You guys are awesome. So I won't forget about you guys. You guys are great.
Thank you so much, and we will see you. We will see you later at 1 o'clock, and then at 7. Guys, have a great Sunday. Enjoy the morning with your family, friends, kids, grandkids, whoever you're with. Give a big hug, and always remember that you're always the star. You're each and every one of you are number one. Never forget that, everyone. You are very, very important. Each and every one of you. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you at 1 p.m. with a pretty special pregame show. Take care, everybody. See you at 1. Subscribe. We're getting closer to 500. We're at the 4-yard line now. Let's go. Take care, everyone.